Welcome back to part 3 of how to store genealogy records. As we left off, we talked about a methodical way to structure our folders to put our files in. And today we're going to talk about a methodical way to name files so we can easily access them and use them for various purposes. So as you see, I went into my father, Willis Richardson, and then into my grandfather directory. So this would be all the Richardson files. And if you can see, the oldest file I have in this directory is 1747. Sometimes all of my research is not named exactly the same, but I try to keep it in the same naming convention, which this first one I probably need to put land survey behind the county and state, but most generally I name it by the year the record was, and then by the county and state in which the record was recorded, what the record was, and who the person ancestor is in this record that pertains to us. So this is from 1782 in Bedford County, Virginia. It was a tax list that had my ancestor Kennedy Richardson. Okay, this is his father in 1782 as well, Bedford County, Virginia tax list, Captain John Richardson. That is his father. So this tells me when I go back farther, then I can see that in 1878, Kennedy was still at home because there's no records for him there. This is a land record, 1778, Bedford County, Virginia, Jonathan Richardson Land Survey. Must have been in the military. If we go down here farther, we can see that in 1786, they migrated, and this will take a little extra research to know what happened, but either they migrated to Franklin County, from Bedford County, but I think that the county borders were restructured and Franklin County was formed from other counties, including Bedford County. So they didn't necessarily move, but they got restructured into Franklin County. So you'll need to always be aware of that when you do research, that if you find an ancestor in one county that they could have very well, and they disappeared from that county, it could very well be that the county restructured and you may have to look at surrounding counties, or they just moved to a surrounding county. And a lot of times ancestors would get married in a surrounding county, than the one that they lived in for various reasons. But anyway, you will see that then Franklin County is where my ancestor John was born. So as you see, Jonathan is in Franklin County, and he was a justice. Apparently, he was appointed to be a justice. So if you see 1788, 1790, 91, 92, 93, 94, you come up here and it's going to help me determine when he died. He's still there in 96, 97, tax list, 1803, okay, 1805, here's Kennedy, 1806, both there, Kennedy, and then you see them, Kennedy, migrate from Franklin County to Davidson County. So here's a marriage record for my ancestor that migrated from Nashville to this area, to my area I was born. He was married in Davidson County or Nashville in 1811. So here's the will of Jonathan. He actually then ended up dying in 1813. His will was in the court in 1813, but a lot of times generations move on when their parent to migrate to other areas when their parents die, and so he probably died before that. Now John was in the War of 1812, and that's why he has a land grant in 1812 in Davidson County. See here, he's 1812, and I have his war record that I seem to not have recorded in here yet, or put in here yet. He has a pension record. He has a military record that I do have that I haven't scanned in here yet. But anywho, you can see that this directory has files, records from 1747 on down to 1976 was when my grandfather died. Then the pictures I haven't really organized in any certain way, so they're at the end. All right, so year of the record. If they are public records, you don't really have to put the citation, but newspaper articles and books and articles out of books and magazines, you really need to put. Well, I was wanting the file name, not the record itself. Well, let's see if I can highlight that. Yep. So, let's see here. It has on the end. It has the Daily Journal. I can't see all of the record. Oh, there goes the Daily Journal, Tuesday, September 7th, 1976. So that has the citation built into it. When it comes to obituaries, I'd rather pull them off of Ancestry. Out of the news, Ancestry is hooked to newspapers.com. You may have to have a subscription for that. I hold one, but they have a sharper, cleaner. It will always be sharper and cleaner image than scanning them in yourself. So, all right, there's your tutorial on naming file structures and how you can see the different migration pattern and what actually went on in the counties. So there's lots of files that can be found.